Hi guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I was waiting to. Hello.
It's
We haven't got anybody. We haven't got anybody waiting at the moment. Sorry about that. So I'll wait for a few coming in. So yeah.
You got somebody could say good morning. Where's Ruby?
Hi Ruby, how are you?
Oh, Ruby.
It's all right. It's this StreamYards. It's getting a little confusing for me.
I could have said something there, but I thought better not.
Oh. And
On.
hang on a minute. I'm just turning the sound down. I've got it on my phone so I can see who's in and who's not in, and who's watching and who's not watching. So yeah, as the title suggests, I've not gone live for over a week because I've been poorly. So you know, it's got 3 watching.
I'll water them.
Got Karate in as well, and Gaming Central.
Karate and Central.
Hello to you two. So yeah, same as I say, as the title suggests, I've been a bit under weather. I don't know whether it's the typical English weather, or whether it's hay fever, or what it is. But I've had a stinking, well, I say a stinking cold. It's been like a cold, if you know what I mean. So we've dropped down to 2, so obviously someone's left. Would it show up in my video manager, baby?
What?
This stream?
Should do.
Well, it wasn't. Have you seen my Kevin lately? Not like physically seen him since we went for the weekend, but it's not been very well also, Ruby, so he's been a little bit under the weather as well.
I'll be here if that's any consolation.
It's called putting up with Mr. P virus. Oh dear. So blowing a raspberry. So yes, it's hi BMX Gamer. It's a big day tomorrow. Callum's exam results, plus he's officially got to go and enroll on his college course. So I've just filled like the emergency contact numbers, and you know, in case of an emergency and blah blah blah. So we've got all the documentation ready and waiting. He's got to pick his exam results up in the morning. So that's about it, really. I mean, he's got to pick his exam results up between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. And then he's got an appointment to officially enroll at college at 1:10 p.m. So yeah, so he's She says, I couldn't ask for anyone else with my biscuit and pork chop sandwich. So, I mean, what more could you ask for, Ruby? I may be doing a baking vlog a little bit later on. I have made them before, but I didn't vlog it. And they're just like some simple sultana streusel buns. They went down a storm with Mr. P and Callum. So I thought, right, I'm going to make some more. I'm going to vlog it this time. So that's what I'm going to do. Come over and I'll share. It'd be an expensive sandwich share, wouldn't it? So yeah, be a little bit expensive to come over and share it with you.
No, she's buying plane ticket.
I've just
We've got Kieran.
Hi Kieran, how are you?
Not answering it.
And as we always say, Ruby, we're going to hide behind the sofa. When anybody says, oh, I might be knocking at your door, we always say, well, you can knock on the door, but we might not answer it.
Lights are on, but there's nobody home.
Lights is on, but nobody's home. Oh dear, that one's a good one. You're okay for once. Yeah, I mean, I can't say that like I'm 100%, but I'm a lot better than I have been. As regards feeling better in myself. So yeah. Oh, pardon me. I've only had a drink of water. Yeah, and here in the UK, we've got a bank holiday weekend coming up because it's actually a bank holiday on Monday. So, like for people that are working, they've got an extra, like a. Ruby says, how's your new car working? It's fantastic, Ruby. It's parked up.
Sorry, Ruby, I couldn't resist.
He hasn't lost his sense of humour, Ruby. So you can see by the answer to that, he hasn't lost his sense of humour. So yeah, it's
yeah, it's all right, Ruby.
Yeah, you're on fire.
I'm on fire.
Well, I know. I can imagine what Ruby's answer to that might be. So,
Jeanette Cleveland.
Hiya, Jeanette Cleveland. How are you? Hope you're well.
Two Jeanettes, it's going to be a bit confusing.
Well, to you it might be.
It don't take much to confuse me.
Yeah. You're telling me.
The phosphorine wife of Mr. P. There's some papers.
There's a pack there.
No.
Yeah, they'll do for now. Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all right. I'm just looking. I've been able to monetize it. It's all right. I'm not technologically minded, so I'm getting a bit of a kerfuffle here. I've been able to monetize it, but Yeah, I found out that I was pregnant and it's at high risk. But other than, I hope everything goes well and I hope you're enjoying your pregnancy. So, yeah, I mean, I'll not be announcing that I'm pregnant. Well, it'll be a miracle if I am. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I'm not be announcing that news. Oh dear. And how far gone are you? And it's all right. I'm just oh, I'll do that later. I'll sort that out later. I was trying to sort something else out, but done it what I wanted to do anyway. So down this way, it's the milkman, Chris. Oh dear. Because I always had to laugh, we can be going anywhere, out in the car, any part of the country, and you can dare bet we always see a fire engine. And Chris will say, see, the bloody following us all out, Shank, even when we're going on holiday and this, that and other, you know what I mean? Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, it's just our joke between ourselves, you know what I mean? Because he knows that I like the uniform and I like the firemen, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's just a private joke between husband and wife. She's put, be right back. Okay then. Are you? Have you finished your sandwich now then, Ruby?
Probably got to get
it. Kieran says, or everywhere you go, there's a fireman. And the thing is, it's like, I mean, we might go out to our road or down onto the main road and a fire engine goes past and say, you're out to look, boys, because she's with me and she's going out with me. You know what I mean? But it's just our private joke. We have same as I've always said, we husband and wife, we trust each other completely. And if you can't have a laugh and a joke about these things,
Well, not bother.
Well, that's it. And it's like, like, let's say you're filling forms out or anything. How many children you got at home? And Chris says, well, one. He says there might be some more floating about somewhere. He says that I don't know about. And we always joke about that as well.
Yeah, but I'll be serious.
You know what I mean? He always says, oh, and I mean, my answer to that is, well, we've been together 19 years and nobody's come knocking on the door yet.
Yeah, but that time that you were out.
Yeah, right. I'm going to be honest here. The only people that chat Chris up, they're about 85 or 90. You know, they the only people that that sit and chat to Chris, and that's only because they're desperate. Sorry about that, sweetheart. No wrong with grannies. Well, I mean, it brings a whole new meaning to the grab a granny, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah, I'm feeling in a lot better spirits. You know what I mean? I'm cracking the whip here, Mr. P. You said you were going to hang me washing out.
No.
So yeah, I'm the whip cracker. We put the washer on because we've been out first thing this morning, and I says to him, I says, when we get back, I says, I'll put washing machine on. It's nice outside, sun's come out, and I says, I'm gonna whack washer on, get them out, you know, dried outside. You know, I mean, it's all well and good, you know, using the tumble dryer and drying them in the tumble dryer, but there's nothing like, you know, fresh, clean linen and dried outdoors. So, but you know, it's we're hoping to. Hey, we've got Dennis in.
Hey, Grandad, Mr. Baldy.
Mr. Baldy. I were actually looking. I mean, Chris don't know about this, but we were actually looking at like having a few days in Leicester.
Oh.
So, I mean, if Emma's not up to it, just say so, Dennis. I know she's not well at the moment.
You got a spare room?
So yeah, you know, I mean, same as I say, it's a few weeks since we've been to Keith. And we just thought, you know, we just wanted a couple of days away before Callum actually starts college on the 9th of September, which is like only a couple of weeks away. So, you know, I mean, if Emma's not up to it, just let me know and we'll try for somewhere else. I mean, thing is, I mean, I've never been to Bridlington, so that might be another. It's all right. We were just sort of bantering ideas around, you know, we want something cheap and cheerful, just so we could say we've been away for a couple of days. I'm laughing at what you put. Have they got a beach?
The beach in Leicester.
Yeah, but I look at it this way, sweetheart.
What?
It's a couple of days away. I mean, we're not necessarily, you know, wanting a beach or anything.
I'm going to build a sandcastle so I can put a flag on top.
Well, I'm sure you can find some sand somewhere. I'm sure they've got a Juicens or a.
I said Dennis will have to go to B&Q.
Oh, I'm going to say, I'm sure they've got a B&Q or a Juicens or somewhere in Leicester.
The only thing is, I'll have to take one of the cars off the driveway, and then I can build a sandcastle on the drive.
Oh, but I mean, some as I say, I know Emma's not well at the moment, so I mean, if you know, if it's inconvenient, it says just look for a building site. They've got sand. That's what I've just been saying, Kieran. I mean, you know, we'll have to go to B&Q, or you know, you'll have to take your bucket and spade, and imagine you're on the beach. I'm sure we can raid a kid's sandpit somewhere. You know, if we. If not a beach, it must have a nice ice cream van. Oh, okie dokie then, Dennis. Same as I say, it was just, we want to go somewhere different. We only want to go like a couple of days, like, let's say, go Friday evening and come back Sunday. I mean, hopefully we wanted to go before Callum starts college, but if it's sort of after then, I mean, I've been looking at like caravans and whatever, but even they like expensive. We want some I'm laughing at Chris's put, tell her I will bring an extra large bottle of baby oil. Yeah, I'm not replying to that.
It's for Dennis's head.
Yeah. And I hope you and Brittany have been having fun this week. I know that
Oh, he's dead.
What?
Dennis is dead.
Why?
With the pictures he's been posting of Brittany.
With the nappy on her head.
Nappy on head.
Well, I think somewhere along the line, all families have got these tales that they want to tell the either boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, we've got plenty, you know, and Chris always said to our Callum, well, first time you bring a girlfriend home,
I'll tell her to brush her teeth.
You know, we've got a few tales to tell from when you were a baby.
Really embarrassing.
Hiya, Carla, how are you?
Carla's here. Woohoo!
So yeah, we're just on about the tales that we can tell, like Callum's when he brings his first girlfriend home, and you know the tales that we can tell them, because we noticed that Dennis has been posting pictures on Facebook with Brittany with a nappy on her head, and yeah, I'm doing a lot better, Carla. I've been a bit under the weather. Okay, I will tell her I will buy a sandpit for Chris. There you go.
Good lad.
You know, what more can you ask? He's going to buy a sandpit especially for you.
And a paddling pole.
And we'll bring the bucket and spade, Dennis, and I'll make him buy his own little flags for the top of the. Yeah, it's got to have a paddling pool because I can sit and dangle my feet in paddling pool, can't I? Then I can say I've been paddling, then can't I? So yeah, I have been a bit under the weather. I'm still a bit like bunged up, and it's causing me like I get like a red mark here when you know my sinus. I don't know whether it's my sinuses is playing up, whether it's a cold, but it seems funny. But we've all been. Callum's done nothing but sneeze this morning. Chris has done nothing but sneeze. So I don't know whether it's like a seasonal cold or whether it's, you know, hay fever or it's my sinuses playing up. But it seems funny that we've all been like, I have been sneezing, but I've had the bunged up nose and, you know, the sort of headache across my forehead and armbands. Yeah, he can swim, Dennis. So you'll be all right with armbands. I think we've got some knocking about, and a ring and a rubber ring. So I can be the lifeguard if anybody gets into distress or into trouble. You know, I'll have the Pamela Anderson bathing costume on, and you know, the life boy thing that they run into water with. No, that's my job if I'm going to be the lifeguard.
Yeah, you can be a lifeguard for Dennis. I'll be lifeguard for Emma.
Oh. I mean, Dennis knows what we like. I mean, you know, Emma ain't had a sense of wit or sense of humour yet, but...
She will.
You know, and I mean, same as I said to somebody, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So, yeah, same as I said, you know, there's like, these past few nights, I've had a lot of pain when I go to bed. You know, I've had it on in my shoulder which side, because I always lie on my left-hand side. And then like last night, my left ankle was itching like mad. So I ended up coming downstairs and I had to put some of that cream on because it was driving me nuts. So I put some of the cream on and it stopped the itch, if you know what I mean. I don't know whether it's a bit of eczema or what it is. It's not red or anything this morning, but it's yeah. It's all right. The other night, Dennis, we gets in bed. Mine was like my left shoulder, and like going up my neck, and felt like it rolling back of my ear, and then bottom of my back were aching, and all you could hear, sort of when we're in bed. I mean, we got like the covers thrown back, and we were both like sighing because we couldn't get comfortable. And anyway, Chris got up first, and he says, "I can't." Hiya, Benfield Bunch. How are you?
Hello, Benfield Bunch.
You know, and he says, "Oh, I'm going downstairs." He says, "I can't get comfortable." So he says, "Are you stopping in bed?" I says, "Yeah." I says, "I'll see if I can get comfortable, if I can get to sleep." And 5 minutes later, I was downstairs as well. So at like, what time would it be? About 2 o'clock. We were sat down here having a coffee. I know we shouldn't have a coffee, but it were about 3:15 by the time we, you know, went back to bed because we're both flagging. You know, and it's a case of I just took extra painkillers. Chris asked me for one, so we both sort of tried to knock ourselves out with painkillers. And then he lay on his left-hand side last night, and he says, "What?" He says, "I tend to be a bit more comfy on my left side." And then about 5 minutes later, I heard a sigh, and he was turning over. He says, "You know how I said I was a bit more comfortable on my left-hand side?" He says, "I lied." He says, "Because that's hurting me now." So, yeah, he does tend to come out in sympathy with me. I mean, like through my pregnancy, it sort of came out in sympathy with morning sickness and, you know, all the trials and tribulations of pregnancy and everything. So, and I says, "Oh, get away with you. You know, men don't suffer with, you know, the sort of coming out in sympathy." But apparently they do.
We know. Worse when it's pregnant.
So yeah. You know, same as I say, I mean, I'm going to make you laugh now. We went shopping on Saturday, and we were at the cash out, and what got us onto subject?
I don't know what the subject is.
When she says she thought you were nearing your bus passage or something.
Oh,
Anyway, we were talking at the cash out, and somehow or another, you know, we got on the subject of age.
well, like 20 years to go.
Yeah, and she says something about, she says, I forgot what I said now. I says something to the effect of, "It's all right, Duck." I says, "It's his age." And she says, "Well, I was going to say something about him getting his bus pass." And I says to the lady, I says, "Well, believe it or believe it not," I says, "he's 9 years younger than me." And she didn't believe me. And she looked at me, and I says, "Well, Duck," I says, "I can assure you," I says, "I'm 57 next month." I says, "And he's 9 years younger." I says, "So work out his age." So, you know, she was sort of in disbelief that, you know, they were actually 9 years younger than me. So you got that right, Mr. P. So I mean, you know, I mean that's it really. I mean, we had a laugh with her, and you know, and she, yeah. I mean, you like it when you know when the you know when it's stressful going shopping anyway. Well, that yeah, you know who that is, don't you? Just supported you, baby. That's that.
Yeah,
you know.
Carry on.
So Dennis and Chris just keep an eye out for.
Yeah, just carry on.
So
Okay.
yeah, I mean it's nice. I mean it's stressful enough when you're going shopping, you know, but to have somebody that's sort of has a laugh and a joke with you on the cash out, it makes it, well, I can't say enjoyable or more enjoyable. So you know, it makes it makes it bearable. I mean, I don't particularly like going shopping, but it's a necessity. You have to go, you know. It's same as I say. I'm sure, you know, there's other people that don't necessarily enjoy going shopping, food shopping, that is. Because the problem is you've got to put it in your trolley, you've got to pack it all up, and when you get home, you've got to take it out the car, you've got to unpack it and put it in the, you know, in the back in the cupboards. So it's like you're forever sort of, you know, packing it, unpacking it, packing it, unpacking it, if you know what I mean. And you know, it don't necessarily make for an enjoyable you know, it don't make for an enjoyable outing, let's just say, but it's a necessity that you need to do. So you know, I mean, everybody has to do it unless they have the shopping delivered. But I like to know what I'm getting. I like to, you know, I mean, we've had the shopping online experience, and they substitute some daft things, you know. But I like to know what I'm buying, and know that I'm getting everything that's on my shopping list. And you know, not being substituted for something that I don't really want. So, but so yeah, you know, it's so what has everybody got planned? Have we got any outings or vlogs planned, or you know, I mean, I don't think we're particularly going anywhere. Obviously Pixie's got the drone, so we probably be going out somewhere, you know. Apparently the weather's going to be scorching, so Yeah, you know, it's a case of we're supposed to be getting, you know, the warm weather. Oh right, yeah. Well, you see, you know, work today, vacation starts tomorrow. Ooh, new video going. Well, you see, I'm hoping to get a vlog filmed later on. I do baking vlogs. So I made some sultana streusel buns. I think it was last week sometime. I didn't vlog it. I got it out of one of my recipe books, and I thought, well, I'll you know, I'll have a go at it. And I made them, and they went down a storm. So I says, well, I'll make some more because it only makes like 12. You know, and how can I explain it, or how can I explain them? They're like a sponge with sultanas in, and then you like make the streusel, which is like a crunchy topping, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so I says, well, you know, they went in a heartbeat because obviously there's 3 of us. I says, well, now I know you know, they turned out all right, you know, blah, blah, blah. I says, I'm going to do a vlog about it. And I'll just get because it's a recipe book that Chris bought me. So that's the recipe book. You know, it's Mary Berry. So I don't know about the American guys, whether you've heard of Mary Berry, but she's a renowned well, can you call her a chef? She don't just do, and they them the things that I'm going to be making. So yeah, and can you see what I mean by the crunchy topping? And you know, it's basically it's a sponge recipe with sultanas in it, and then you like make a streusel for the top, which is like a crunchy topping, let's just say. Oh, Gordon Bennett. All right, eat index.
105,
I know. Well, you see, it's been a bit of a mixed bag for us over the past few weeks, hasn't it? We've had the warm weather, then we've had a lot of rain, we've had thunder and lightning, a lot of sort of blustery winds. It's a bit overcast today, but it's not cold. Slight wind, but that's about it really. But it did say, like, over the weekend, by the bank holiday, because obviously it's a bank holiday here in the UK on Monday, it's going to get up to 30 degrees centigrade. Now, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit or
80s,
whatever.
90s, 80s.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the UK, that's warm, you know, but it's same as we've said, for the summer, it's been a bit hit and miss. You know, we get the exceptionally warm weather, then we've had rain, and you know, it's what we call a mixed bag. You know, we've had the rain, we've had thundering and lightning, we've had the exceptionally hot. I mean, one day it were in like mid-30s, weren't it? You know, and it were. Well, like, you can't say it's been a rubbish summer because it's sort of can't show off your 6-pack. It's more like a beer keg, yours is. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's can't say it's been a rubbish summer. It's been a bit of a mixed summer, if you know what I mean. So, you know, I mean, if in my eyes, you can't really win because I don't like it really, really hot. But I don't like the cold either. I don't like the snow, you know. I like it sort of like it is today. It's just, it's not cold, but it's not scorching either. So, yeah, I mean, but we have got fans, you know, what we put on when it gets a little warmer. You know, I mean, we've got the patio doors open at the moment. So, but you know, it's still t-shirt weather. Let's just say that. It's not cold. So, you know, we're not particularly sun worshippers. We like it so we can get out and about. You know, I hate going out in the rain. You know, but there again, when it's exceptionally warm, oh yeah, I didn't notice that, to be honest with you.
I've just noticed it now.
Yeah. Yeah, because it usually says in corner powered by StreamYard.
Weird look on it.
So yeah, you know, I mean, it's you know, same as I say, it's been a little bit mixed today. I mean, like the sun's coming out again now, but it does say sort of on the weather forecast like partly cloudy. So, but that I can deal with. It's when it's actually I mean, that day it were like in mid-30s. If I could have walked about naked, I would have done. You know, it was that warm. You're sweating from every orifice, and you know, it's somebody upgraded me. Yeah, and you know, Pixie gets a bit frustrated when it's windy because you know, I mean, same as he says, like how windy it is today, the drone could probably handle it, but when it gets any more than this, he don't like sending it up because of the wind and you know, it's a case of it's got to be the right weather, you know what I mean, and today is ideal weather. The basic one is free, but normally, as Pixie's just pointed out, there's normally in the corner it says powered by StreamYard. So, but you can sort of upgrade it, and you don't get that. You know, I think it's $20, I think, and then the next one is like the premium one, which is like $39. Obviously you get more benefit. I don't know exactly, you know, but the StreamYard is free. So, but yeah, normally it'll say in the corner powered by StreamYard, and same as Pixie's just pointed out, the logo isn't in the corner, so I don't know. I mean, all we did, because obviously on the 1st of August, it said they were doing away with Google Hangouts, etc. So I just typed in StreamYard on the Google, you know, Google Chrome. You click on it. Obviously, you can, I think you can stream on Facebook, and you can stream on Instagram. I think you can stream on YouTube.
It's main things, isn't it?
Yeah, they the three: Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So basically, you know, you can stream on all three of them platforms, and yeah, it's free, and you can invite people in. But when I first tried it out, because I went live, I think it was the day before the 1st of August, and I says, well, you know, I'm going to give it a try. I sort of had 2 trial runs, quite impressed with it, but at the time I didn't realise. Basically, I had to put the link in. I had to put the link in to the chat, which I, you know, myself and Pixie don't like doing that. But I invited someone in, and
it's not showing up.
it's probably
Right, there we are.
you've lost me. You know, I've lost my track of thought there. Yeah. So he does this a lot. He sort of interrupts me, and then I forget my train of thought. So yeah, you know, I mean, but I do know that with the StreamYard, I do now know that you can copy the link, and if you've got a person's email address, you can like personally email them the link. So for last few times, you know, that I've gone live, I've emailed that person the link to the you know, to the chat. So it's sort of similar to Google Hangouts. It's on the same principle. So if you've got somebody's email address, you can actually send them the link to join you in the chat or on the panel. So yeah, so I'm hey, what? Hiya, Ian, how are you? It says that man on the sofa, no sound, so use sign language. I think you understand that one, don't you? I mean, there is a few other sign languages I could use, but I'm not going to do. Oh dear. So okay then, Benfield Bunch. Hope you enjoy I want to say, I was just about to say the same thing. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. It's sort of 1:50 in the afternoon here in the UK. Obviously it's sort of pretty early-ish in the USA. And thank you for coming in. As Pixie's just said, if you're wondering as well, Pixie's my other half. Yeah, there should be in that third drawer. No. What, sweeteners? Yeah. There should be about 2. Unless they fell down back at drawer. Yeah. It says it's 7:50 a.m. there. You need to head to work. So yeah, have a good day at work and don't work too hard. And it's all right, Mr. P's. I have sweeteners in my coffee, and I keep them in a specific drawer. And I always like to keep a few sort of in advance, if you know what I mean. So I've just said I probably fell down back at drawer. If you hear him moaning and groaning, it's because he's on his hands and knees in the kitchen, and he's had to pull the drawer out because he said they felt it at the back of the drawer. So he'll probably not be able to get back up once he's got down there. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's same as I say, it's been over a week since I've live streamed. I just thought I'd come and let everybody know that I'm still here. I'm still you know, alive and kicking, so to speak. Well, not kicking, but I'm alive. So yeah. So Ross is trying to find the sweeteners, so it may be a while. Did you find them?
Yeah.
Oh, okie dokie. Yeah, same as I say, you know what it's like, Carla, when you don't feel 100%. You know, the last thing you need is to be sat in front of a camera. You know, you don't want to be sort of blowing your nose on camera and sounding all bunged up and Pixie says he's hurt his bad arm. So not good. So yeah, same as I say, I mean, you don't necessarily feel like you want to go live. Same as I say, I've just potted about arse. I've published a few baking vlogs. Mr. P's come up with a different way of filming it, and I think it's a lot better myself. You know, it's the emphasis is not so much on myself, it's, you know, the process of the baking and the ingredients, and basically, you know, what you know, what goes into these baking vlogs, and I like it personally. What he's started doing is he mounts the Osmo Pocket on the tripod, so it's like facing down, you know, and it's concentrating more on, same as I say, the process of the baking, the ingredients and everything. So yeah, same as I say, sort of Chris come up with the idea. I mean, first of all, it was just filming with the Osmo Pocket and sort of just doing the overhead shots. But it says, I don't know whether you noticed or not, it says, but in certain parts it was shaky because it obviously rolled in the camera above by hand. So the last one he filmed, it says, I've had an even better idea, because he's bought the mount for the tripod. So he says, well, what I'll do, he says, I'll put the tripod on the short legs on the worktop and point the Osmo down. And what he does is it can control the Osmo through his mobile phone. So he can just press a button and it starts recording. So, which is a lot easier for him, and you ain't got to sort of, you know, stand over the Osmo Pocket and keep. Anyway, it's a lot easier, isn't it? Than
where we're filming,
yeah, the way we're filming. Dennis says.
What I want to know is,
Dennis says,
when's Dennis going to sell his P3 standard and get a Mavic Pro? Then we can take you out to some real locations.
Yeah, Dennis says, I like the way it was filmed, and Carla says she likes it as well.
Yeah.
But same as I said as well, it cuts the vlog time to a bare minimum. Because if it's sort of same as we,
basic, isn't it?
yeah, well, same as we agreed, if it's sort of going to the 8-10 minute mark, after a few minutes, people might get bored and say, oh, you know, I'm not watching all this. So basically the last two vlogs has been cut down to about 3.5 minutes, which I think it's a lot better. Plus the emphasis isn't so much on myself, it's on what I'm baking, and you know, the procedure of baking and the ingredients and everything. The emphasis isn't so much on myself. So but I must admit, you know, it were a good idea of Chris's, the way he came up with it. But yeah, you know, I must agree. Yeah, you can hear my voice in the background. But same as I said to Chris, I mean, that previous vlogs that I've filmed, the emphasis is on me and on, you know, but you know, so I like it because, same as I say, it's the emphasis is not so much on myself, it's what I'm doing. You know, and that's the aim of the baking vlog. You know, the baking vlog in about you. It's about the thing that you're creating and the ingredients that go to creating that. So, but you know, we have to with the tripod being on the worktop. We have to make sure before we start filming that everything's in shot, if you know what I mean. And it was like, you know, the other day I made the mango and coconut and mango sponge, and obviously it's quite a big tin, and we're sort of there like trying to get it like centralized, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it is. It's something, you know. I mean, it's same as I've said. All baking vlogs on YouTube have got their own little quirks, let's say. And same as I've said, I like it. There again, I'm repeating myself because the emphasis isn't so much on me; it's on what I'm doing and what I'm producing. Yeah, I agree with you there. 3 to 4 minutes. You see, this is what I mean. We had this discussion the other day. 3 to 4 minutes is plenty. It gives me the, you know, cooking times, the ingredients, how I've greased the pan, etc., and which is the bare bones of what you're actually making. So you know, I mean, that's all you really need. You don't necessarily a lot of the baking videos that I've watched. You never see the person that's baking / cooking, whatever. You just see the rands. And same as I said to Chris, you don't want the emphasis to be so much on yourself. It's what you're creating and what you're filming. Say someone who does it. Yeah, but I mean, it's like when you go out filming with your drone, you're not there for 2 minutes and then you come back. You send the drone up for however long your battery lasts, and you like to get the footage. But you see what Chris has started doing is cutting the footage up. Not quite literally cutting the footage up, but creating several vlogs out of one flight. You know, a footage that is done with a drone, and for that same reason is because, same as I say, after 5 minutes, people get bored and they turn it off. So, you know, it's a case of, I like it. I've got to be honest. I like it. You know, I like the way it's filmed. I like the way, you know, you go through the ingredients separately and then they miraculously appear on the worktop. You know, but it makes it easier for Pixie because he can remotely control the Osmo through his phone.
Oh. That's been a good books for now.
You've never been in the bad books.
Yeah, right. It's not what you're telling me.
But oh, it's a Mavic, not a Maverick.
Who said Maverick?
Dennis.
No, sorry, Steve Axon says that. Mavericks. I must have said Maverick.
Yeah. I mean, it were like we always watch each other's YouTube videos when we first go to bed, and Chris will say to me, "Well, what did you think of that?" or "What did you think of that?" And he's put like a few old. He says, "Sorry, that's my phone." It's like you blame predictive text for everything. You know, and he always asks my opinion. Or do you think it were better than the last one, or blah blah blah? And same as I said, he's put a lot of the footage that from the Spark before he got the Mavic. And I said, you know, I love how this Spark is clear, crisp, and you know what I mean? But the Mavic has got a better camera on it, and you know, it's a lot better drone. But the Spark were good as well. Spell check. But yeah, Chris always blames the predictive text. That's so. And then, you know, like I've known people sort of in the chat that speak into the phone when they, instead of typing.
And then it puts something else that you didn't say.
And then it's it comes up with something entirely different. So you know, it's same as we've said. I mean, if we won the lottery, it'd have you know, it'd have them all. You know what I mean? It'd buy another Spark. You know, a better Mavic, and but we haven't. So he's stuck with what he's got at the moment. So you know, and it's a case of when we win the lottery, or if we win the lottery, blah. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you're going to spend 20. Mind you, if you're a millionaire, it don't matter whether it's no. If it's a 25 grand drone,
you need a decent drone when you're living in the Bahamas to get these decent images. You know what I mean? Can't be going around with a Foxy Mavic Pro when you're living in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Spain. But
no, Bahamas. Waterproof one. Put a coat on it. They have got waterproof drones.
he's retracted it.
I know.
Probably predictive text again.
I got the message.
But yeah, I mean, you've sort of gone on about them, haven't you? Like, so you can do like underwater shots and underwater footage, and
yeah, but there's waterproof drones that you can have that actually fly in the air.
oh,
and when it's chucking it down the rain, you can still go
yeah. When I say it won't matter if it's raining or out, then would it?
It'd be awesome that. But they're about, I don't know, 10 grand or something stupid like that.
Oh,
I know they're a lot more expensive than normal ones, obviously. I see somebody have a paddling pool and put this drone in, and it's like dunking it in, like flying it, and it's making it go up and down in the pool, and it's still flying.
yeah. Dennis says I would love a waterproof one so I can send it up in a thunderstorm. Yeah.
Then it gets attacked by a bolt of lightning and gets thrown in smithereens.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not as if we have really bad thunderstorms here in the UK. I mean, it's a few crashes and bangs, and that's about it. You know, it's over and done with in a matter of what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most. So I mean, it's not like sort of in the USA where they have tornadoes and they have hurricanes, and you know, I mean, they have some really, really bad thunderstorms. You know, so I mean, it's not like we have that sort of, you know, sort of thing here in the UK. You know, 5-10 minutes and it's over and done with, and you're back to normal. But yeah, I get what Dennis is saying. I mean, you've always said you wanted to catch a thunderstorm. You know what I mean? You know, it's the scenario of if only, or you know. So changing the subject slightly, I've scalped Callum this morning because I've cut all his hair, ready for him going to college. Obviously, because he's doing the catering and hospitality, he's going to be doing cooking, etc. And you don't want a long-haired lover from Liverpool. You know, you obviously have to wear a hairnet and everything if you've got like longer than I don't know how long your hair has to be before you wear a hairnet. So same as I said.
Wear a hairnet, whatever in food industry.
Yeah.
You've got a long hair, you've got to have it in a ponytail. So,
you know, same as I says, I'll cut you ready for you going to college. He's got his exam results tomorrow. He's got to officially enroll in college tomorrow. So we've got a busy day in front of us tomorrow. So up and at 'em early again. You know, same as I say, his appointment at the college to officially enroll is 1:10. Now, he can get his exam results between 9 a.m. and 12. So that sort of gives us the opportunity to go and get his exam results, come back here, and then, you know, take him to college and get that sorted out. I've filled all the forms in for him. You know, they all here. He's got his P45. He's got what I say is he's got his P45. His national insurance number thing is so he's got to take that with him. We've filled out the form, you know, like for emergency contacts, our phone numbers, blah blah blah, and everything. So that's all filled out. So it's just a case of going down tomorrow, him getting enrolled, and he starts on the 9th of September. So, yeah, so it's quite a busy day tomorrow. The same as we've said, you know, don't worry, don't stress. I mean, he stressed out when he were taking his exams. And same as I said, you know, if you don't get the results that you want or that you think you're going to get, don't stress too much about it, because his college placement is guaranteed anyway. We can anyway. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, we've sort of, these past few weeks, we've been sort of getting him a little bit more independent, because we agreed that how can I put it? If you do it for him, he'll let you. If you understand what I'm saying, he's one of these that, you know. So we've sort of been getting him to do his own breakfast, and you know, because he only has toast, so it's nothing that he's got, you know, when he's not going to catch arse fire, you know what I mean?
Anyway. Well, you will be getting firemen in your own.
So yeah, you know, we've sort of been trying to, same as we've said, you know, he's 16 and a half, he's 17 in November. You've got to be independent. You know what I mean? And I think all parents are the same. You know, it's if your kids sort of, can you do this or can you do that? I know it's a way of enabling them, but you know, it gives them that bit more independence if you say, well, look, you can do it. You know what I mean? It's a case of you know, little baby steps and everything, because we always said that, let's say, for instance, we've got an appointment somewhere and he's in bed when we go out or whatever. More often than not, beforehand, he'd wait till we came back for us to do his breakfast for him. But now he's been doing it for a few weeks. He can actually do it himself. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. I mean, if sort of we're not here, if we've got an appointment somewhere or we're going out somewhere, we know that he's going to get up out of bed, get his own breakfast. He has a bath or shower, mostly a bath, but we know that he's going to get his own breakfast, have his bath, get dressed, and we ain't got to worry about, being here for when, So yeah, it's same as we've said. It's getting him that bit more independent. He's going to do his college course, and it's catering and hospitality. We can't be there to hold his hand. So, it's a case of having to learn, isn't it, really? Excuse me, I'm just drinking my coffee. But yeah, same as we've said, going to college, is it going to be the making of him? It's a case of waiting and seeing, really. Oh, it's not all that bad. Not all that bad, really. Don't forget my say. I mean, it is a little bit windy, but it's not blustery windy, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I mean, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, because right on the fronts here, we've got a window, and outside there's several trees. You can always tell if the wind's picked up, they're sort of all over the place. So we always sort of look at the trees, and if they're not blowing a deal, then it's not all that blustery. So, but it don't seem too bad. I mean, yeah, the wind's picked up a little bit, but I don't think it's all that blustery. I mean, if you're in a secluded spot, or it's all right. I'm cracking the whip with Mr. P is going to hang me washing out.
Doing womenly duty.
They're not womanly duties. That's a bit sexist, that is.
Well, I'm a sexist. Oh.
So, but you see, the thing is, that's you see, that's the that's the problem. We having arthritis. I'm from the UK. So where are you from then, Pasha? So welcome to the live stream. If you behave, you'll be okay. We don't have no swearing. We don't have no spamming. We're just here for a nice, friendly chat. So, oh, you're from Russia? So, yeah. Excuse me, I'm just drinking my coffee. So yeah, I mean, it's it's funny old weather. I mean, I'm hoping that me washing. I think British doesn't like Russians. No. Some, as I say, I welcome everybody into this stream if you behave yourself. If not, you'll be removed. Simple as that. You know, you be friendly to the other people in the chat. You be friendly to myself. No swearing, no spamming, same as I say, and you'll be okay. So, I mean, I don't know where you got that assumption from. Same as I say, everybody's welcome here. You know, except for trolls, etc. If you behave yourself, if you're friendly, you're okay. If not, then you'll be removed. Simple as that. So, Mr. P is part Russian. He's rushing to juggle. So yeah, you know, same as I say, karate will tell you we like to have a bit of a friendly banter. We have a laugh and a joke. You know, we don't have any drama. We don't, you know, as long as you take that on board, you'll be okay. So, I mean, I'm looking at how long have I been going? 76 minutes. I'll not be going on for very much longer. Mr. P, Mr. P's wanting to go out with the drone. He's just hanging the washing out for me. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. And hopefully I'll be back Friday. I don't know. All depends how I feel. And I want to thank everybody for coming in this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you all later. Bye. Hiya, fat boy. I'm just shutting it down.